Yeah.
The main page, right?
Yeah.
I don't hear nothing. Oh, now I do. Say something?
Testing, testing.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Is your audio good, boss?
I'm about to check it right now. I got to turn on my internet. I'm live too.
You're live too? Let me check right now. Shalom. Testing, testing, testing. Can somebody check boss?
Let me check it right now.
You say you live now?
Yeah, it's on
Oh, now you live.
Nice clothes, guys. Y'all made that yourself?
yeah. Wow,
These?
Yeah, the clothes, bro.
Well, yeah.
Nice, man. Shoot. Instagram?
Nah.
Yeah, but it's not. We're not doing fashion.
Oh, what are y'all doing?
We're teaching the word.
Oh, nice. What's the word, man?
The word is repent if you're an Israelite.
Nice,
You know,
bro.
if you don't, you know how hard with devil.
Oh, yeah. 100%, bro. Very good.
Yeah, we should. Alright, shalom.
Shalom.
To start this camp, first and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahawashi144.
double honor to our elders, apostles, the great millstone, who rule well and push out 100% truth and true sincerity. And shalom to the hopeful elect, scare across the four winds. No one this can't be edifying.
We back here another week. All right, to prophesy the good news and the prophecies and the things that's happening of these times unto our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, whose blood lineage go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, the true people of Israel, those are the chosen people of the Most High, who the world enemy calls God, and who the world enemy calls Jesus. His true name is Yahawashi. All right, seeing the times that we're in right now, there's a certain way we're supposed to conduct ourselves. All right, there's a certain way we're supposed to act, seeing that the world is soon are about to end, meaning this age. Okay, all right. Esau's rulership, the so-called white man's rulership, all right, is coming to an end. Okay, as you see him scrambling, trying to fulfill his plans. Okay, the Lord is gonna sweep it right under so he can establish his kingdom. Okay.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 9, and it says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." And right now we're seeing the end of Esau's kingdom. Right now we're seeing the decline of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's kingdom. And Jacob represents you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We got next. You know, right now we are seeing the collapse of the Edomite society, man, and it's a beautiful thing.
Right, because his society is collapsing. That's the reason why he's acting a certain way. You know, I got some real quick. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It's just speaking to his conduct right now. Okay, the wicked Esau. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time." Right, so his time is short, and he knows it. So this is the reason why he's going to be acting a certain type of way. He's going to be coming down on your tribes. Okay, and as you can see, if you take a look, all right, what's going on, you can really see they're already doing it, man. Rounding up the tribes in these different cities. Okay?
Yep.
So, hey, man, you might want to repent and seek the Lord in these times.
So you need to repent.
See?
You need to repent.
So if you don't, you're going to die.
And if I got add on to what you were saying too, you know, you already seen it, like you were saying, you have ICE going after the northern tribe, right? And you have the National Guard being put in the hoods. So Esau is already setting his infrastructure or whatever he wants to do. He's setting it up right now, man, in the midst of our eyes. That's what this devil is doing. He's getting ready.
I got one more verse. I'm going to jump down to verse 17. It says, "And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with her seed." And we know the woman represents Israel. Okay, the dragon, all right, goes back to ancient Rome, which is the today, all right, the revised Roman Empire, which is today, aka America, the daughter of Babylon. Okay, it says that, "And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with her, with the remnant of her seed, which kept the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahawashi Mashiach."
So she's going to come against those that believe and call upon the name of Yahawashi and send with them that keep the commandments, right? So they're gonna come against us. So if your house is not fully, like you said, but if it's not on a solid foundation, it's Yahawashi, your house is gonna fall. All right. In that time, I like to say you're gonna see a lot of, they say niggas drop their flag. This is gonna drop the fringes. It's t-shirts. They're gonna put your leg. All right. Because why? Because you didn't ground yourself. You're not rooted. You didn't try the spirit with the spirit. Right. You didn't ask the Lord to send you to true teachers that's gonna teach you how to build your foundation. Right. Or you just went to these other pseudo Israelite camps because they're appeased to the flesh. Right. Out of this camp say GMS you can't have dreads because the scripture says it's unlawful for a man to have long hair. Right. All right. Oh, I want dreads, so I'm gonna go to this camp because I can have dreads on tape. Or I need a wife. Or this camp they give me a wife. So certain things. Because you didn't have to convert, you didn't have to change fully.
Right. And those are the customs of the heathens too. We're instructed not to keep the customs of the heathen. But real quick, I had a precept. It's the book of 2 Peter 3, starting at verse 10. It says that the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works therein that are therein shall be burned up. So this is talking about destruction through the thermonuclear warheads, right? That these different nations are going to launch on America. All right, so now we're bringing this information now to you. What type of mindset do you need to have? Well, it goes on to say in verse 11, seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness? What type of mindset do you need to have in these last days, knowing that America is crumbling, all right, knowing that America's enemies are at its doorstep? Okay, are we supposed to be the spirit of mirth or the spirit of mourning? All right? But the elect, we're going to be in the house of mourning because, we're reading the times, all right, and we realize that, hey, look, man, things are only going to get worse from this point.
Right, and the mindset you want to be is Isaiah chapter 55, verse 6, seek the Lord while he may be found. Call you upon him while he is near. Okay, part of your conduct or your mindset or how you want to move, seeing that the end is brewing up, we get closer and closer to the MOTB. Right. All right, you're talking about ramping up and getting that 6G or that new networking system. Why do you think they want to do that? Right. All right, to have that better connectivity. All right, whether it be for internet. All right, you see what Elon is doing with the Starlink. Right. All right, trying to get a connection all over the globe. Right. All right, that's part of it too. But they just posted on the White House website talking about being in front of that race of the 6G. Right. All right, that's going to give them better connectivity for all certain things, including that MOTB. Right. All right. So seeing these certain things, what you should be doing is seeking the Lord while he may be found, meaning that, all right, attending to the word, repenting. Right. All right, cleaving on to Yahawashi144 before the word is, kept, or before that famine of word comes, man.
Right. And right now, when we're seeing, speaking on what you were talking about with this new wave of technology, that shit is fucking the earth up. Right? Because a lot of these different data centers, right, like the brother not be going into, requires a lot of natural resources in order for it to function. Right? And you have that frequency. It's an off frequency. It's an off frequency.
And radiation,
yeah.
Making your light bills go up too.
Right. So now you have the killing of the animals, right? Makes your light bill go up because a lot of these different power plants are powered by hydro pumps, right? Meaning they need some type of flow of water,
right?
All right, to continue to power their nuclear system, okay, and tapping into the natural resources, killing off, nature, so to speak. All right. So what we're seeing right now is an end to a system, right? That's overdoing itself. Right?
The reason why they're doing that with those data centers is because data is the new gold. Right. Yep. That's the new commodity.
Information.
They got your information, so they have that control.
Right.
Yeah. You see?
So imagine, because the earth have its natural frequency.
Right.
So now Esau is making I'll say synthetic frequency. It's throwing off the earth.
Right. Right, because that frequency of the internet, that technology already existed before Esau, well, I'm not saying Esau came up with the internet, because really it was a cheat. But that type of technology already existed, man. The Lord already created the way, those different type of frequencies, for a specific purpose, mainly for these last times. All right, but Esau, he's on a whole different vibration, man. He's on a vibration of destruction. It's not to edify the earth or the people. All right, it's to have control and to just bring destruction, man.
I got one more verse. In Isaiah 55, verse 7 says, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. Okay? So you want to forsake your ways, your wicked ways, those flesh-like ways. Our scripture talks about our putting on the new man, our putting off the old man, which consists of things of the world, our Christianity, these different religions, smoking, all right, committing adultery, all right, eating against the ways of, all right, what the Lord told us to, dietary laws.
Even something that's lawful, he's overdoing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Something that's because you could be doing something too much of anything is bad, right?
Right, yeah.
Right.
I had an article real quick since you were speaking about these cloud data centers. This is the AI overview on Google. As 144 called on. It says cloud data centers are booming globally, driven by AI demand, with major players like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Anthropic investing billions in new hyperscale facilities across North America, US, Canada, Europe, and Asia, focusing on massive compute, sustainability, and regional expansion. Through this rapid growth brings energy community concerns. Key projects include OpenAI, Oracle's Stargate hubs, Amazon's Project Rainer AI focus, Meta's Texas expansion, and new sites in India, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Germany, with plans to add hundreds of new sites by 2030. And I went on ChatGPT and I typed in, how are these cloud data centers destroying the earth? It says, this is the summary, bottom line, cloud data centers are damaging the planet mainly because of fossil fuel energy use, water consumption, because you got to think about it, these computers are huge, and you need a lot of water to cool them down, keep them cool.
Yep.
Where do you think they're going to get the water from? It says,
instead of giving that water to people that need it.
Exactly.
Right?
It says hardware waste. It says,
So you have money to give. AI, you got free. You got to tax us for water, but you giving AI. You just giving AI water.
for
Where
free.
you find this free water to give AI?
Right.
That's for his agenda.
What happened to the California fires? There was no quote-unquote water.
Right.
But there's all this water reserved for all this information.
Yeah.
Right.
For data centers.
And you would say that this is you say this not the devil. The Lord ain't dealing with you.
He have all what he needs for his narrative. Yep. As long as it's to fund and promote his narrative, he got it. To you, he gonna speak the lie. There ain't no water for the fire, but for his data center, there is water.
right, hey, right here, for water uses, it says servers generate enormous heat. Many data centers use water-based cooling. This could drain local water supplies, worsen droughts in already dry regions. Some facilities use millions of liters per day.
Millions of liters.
Millions of liters. Not to also mention the diesel generators that they use. Right?
CO2.
Putting out a lot of CO2. Understand? So
I thought you said you wanted to get rid of carbon footprint.
you can't. Obviously, you still need
So
gas.
the carbon
right?
footprint is for the Goyim, right?
Right,
It's for
right.
It's for the regular people.
But for them, it don't matter.
He could do, carbon footprint.
Yeah, he can jump in his jet from to go 2 miles here and 2 miles there. But
And these people will say the white man is not the devil, right?
And what they doing? All right, they slowly but surely brewing up a famine of water, like because really it just means scarcity. Right, they just brewing up a famine where people not gonna have enough water.
Right.
All right, that gonna be another little crisis that's gonna come too.
Right.
And hey, shit, it's gonna be more and more data centers to come. As you see this MOTV brew up, oh yeah, when people start taking the MOTV, all right, that's a whole lot of data that's gonna be stored. You know, a whole lot of people that need to get put in data systems.
Right. And you was mentioning the Starlink, right?
Right.
And what they're trying to do is, with that Starlink, areas where you wouldn't have connection, they're going to try to make it to where you have connection, like rural areas.
Right.
So basically, if you get that C-hip and you try to hide or escape, basically there's no way you can hide. There's no place to hide.
Plugged in his system.
Plugged in.
Plugged in.
They got the whole area covered by satellite.
Right.
And that's what this demon wants to do, man. That's what this devil wants to do. He wants to C-hip everybody up, man.
They want to be as God.
Yep. And there was a video that surfaced. It was basically how they were saying, like, it could come to a possibility now where babies are born, they're going to get a number. They're going to get a number and they're going to get a chip before they get a name. It's what this devil wants, man.
And he wants to even do unnatural birth. You
Oh,
know,
yeah, got people.
artificial birth. Right. And you got these drones too.
So he wants to remove.
Job 14.
He wants to remove the natural way of living.
Right.
Right. That's why he's going to. You need 3D meat.
Right.
All right. Artificial meat.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that has its downfalls too.
That's how you know this man is the devil, because who would wanna do the mindset that he's going on with? Who thinks like that?
Right.
Nothing but the wicked, man.
Yeah.
Here it is. The Lord gave us natural, good food and said that and saw that it was good. All right. Every herb bearing seed. But this guy coming with 3D meat and all type of different stuff.
Yep.
Right.
Things that you can't even pronounce the name of the words, written in small. You can't even pronounce the name of some of these things.
Yeah.
Why you need all these things?
Why you need a vitamin shop?
Well, let me bring this up.
Think about it. I'm supposed to get these things from the food, you know? If it's from the herb, it's supposed to be already in the herb. Or it's supposed to be already in the meats. So why do if I'm eating that, if I'm still eating fish, and I still gotta go to the vitamin shop to get the, what is it, omega?
Right. Yeah. Omega 3.
So what is he doing? Is he taking the omega out the
Yeah, that's how you know the
so he can tax you?
Exactly. What's it called again? You're not getting all the nutrients. Right. That's why you got to take supplements. Right.
Yep. That's how wicked the devil is, because you got to think about it too. You know, they're doing dumpings in the water. You know, they're putting toxins in the water and heavy metals, so that's affecting the fish. Also, they have their breeding fish farms.
Yeah.
You know, this devil understands that we got to go to him for everything, so he's able to play with the food. He's able to take certain stuff out the food. That's how when you eat certain foods, you don't get the nutrients that you need. When you eat, you're supposed to feel energized. But certain food that you eat, you just shut down.
Feel sluggish.
You feel sluggish.
Esau doesn't believe in the land Sabbath, right? Letting the land rest so it can, rebuild all its natural resources of the earth. He just keeps replanting, and then he'll add fertilizers, which have chemicals in them.
Yep.
Right? Which, has been coming out lately. A lot of these fertilizers cause a lot of cancer, man.
But that's how you know he's so wicked.
He want everything. Like he want all the fruits. That's why he put. Like he want all the grapes. Oh, like you in the earth, right? There's animals and there's creatures that have to eat grapes too.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to just take as much as you need. You need to leave some for the creatures, and you also need to leave some for the poor.
Yep.
That's just what it is. But he want to reap everything except for no. I need to make a profit on 100%.
Yep.
Esau's retarded, bro. It's his kingdom. You're supposed to extend your kingdom on the earth, right? But at the same time, he's destroying it simultaneously. That lets you know this is not a cycle.
That's why he does these GMO foods.
Right.
Instead of following the land Sabbath, which is here for a reason, so the earth can replenish itself. Okay, hey, I'd rather destroy it and just, here's my solution to it. I just make GMO foods. So we can push out the foods faster.
Keep the Sabbath. You keep the land Sabbath. It's going to benefit you. Right. You'll see next time you come back on the land how big the grapes will be.
Right. Yep.
Right.
I got something real quick. It's Micah chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it."
See, while he's supposed to be sleeping, he's coming with a plan or a trap, a device. All right, to catch men, to catch especially the Israelites.
Right.
I'll catch you in a trap. Right?
It said, "Because it is in the power of their hand."
That's how it's happening.
All right. He's ruling right now, so that's why he's able to do what he wants to do.
Job 14.
That's why he has the power to do these certain things, like build these data centers and build all these certain things that's to his desire for wickedness, right? Playing with the food because he has the power to do that, right? Okay.
Real quick. Job chapter 14, verse 5. "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass." Okay, so Esau Edom, he has a certain limit in which he's going to be able to gather and consolidate all this power. But there's going to be a point where Yahawashi is going to return and disrupt his plans. That's why he has all this AI, all this data, the cloud, all right, transhumanism, all right. He's trying to make the earth turn into a techno-poly type state in which God is going to be technology, all right. He's going to make God as tech, all right, which meaning he wants to be God, all right. But he's only so far written predestiny-wise to achieve certain amount of power.
Yep.
Because our people think Esau, even the so-called white man, he's gonna rule for another 30 years. But Yahawashi is gonna get ready to return and redeem the elect and destroy Esau, Edom, and as well as these other nations, man.
That's right.
You
Okay.
have a boundary he can't pass that you just drop out. So once he gets to that point, are you going to just see him start falling? Are you not going to be able to reestablish his dominance or add time to his rulership? The Lord set it up where he's going to rule for 100 years. He's going to rule for 100 years. Not even add 10.
Just to back you up, this is the book of Daniel, chapter 5, verse 25. It says, and this is the writing that was written, mene, tekel, of phrases. This is the interpretation of the thing, mene, God of number that
Read, you know. They say in the chariots, read, you know. They say in the chariots and all these things.
Right.
So right now they're uncomfortable. They know it ain't gonna be too long now.
It's a matter of time.
You know, just a matter of time.
Right. He got his top philosophers on this. He knows about prophecies.
Right.
Yeah, and as we continue to speak the word that Heavenly Father, the more that is coming to pass, the more he's going to get scared.
That's right.
All right, and that's what's happening. We're speaking more and more, prophesying, and these things are coming to pass. So he's going to be scared regardless. So that's what's going to cause him to move.
Right.
It's something great is going to cause him to move upon the prophets.
That's right.
If I may add too, the people in Babylon, all right, they are a reflection of really the vibration of how America is moving. If you look at people in America, they're very in a low spiritual state. That's why they had to force Christmas. They had to speed up Christmas because people are divided, people are sad, people are depressed. So-called white man is broke. He's living in cars. He's living in cars. All right, he's trying to make a living paycheck to paycheck when this is his kingdom.
Yeah.
So the so-called white man, based off his living conditions, lets you know that America, which is Babylon, the great scriptures, is a kingdom getting ready to collapse.
Yeah, it's finished.
Yeah,
It's
the
done.
The scripture say that what manner of the ruler of the city be, so shall all that dwell therein. You know, so it's a reflection from the leadership coming right now.
Right.
It's finished. All right, this place is done. Are these people are? There's no jobs. AI is taking all the jobs, and your living condition of your living is going up.
Which is prophecy.
It's prophecy.
That's trying to be working for Egypt.
So these things are happening there. So the morals of the Edomites
Right.
is very low,
Right.
and they're upset. And the reason why they're upset because they're now on the same level as Jake.
Yeah.
They're the
Because
they're the new niggas.
really, yeah, they're new niggas. They've always been the niggas.
Yeah, always been the
you know what I'm
niggas.
saying? They've been niggas. All right, but the thing is, they have all these government assistance, or
Right.
government
Perks.
perks, to keep them afloat. These regular six-pack Joe Edomites. You know, so once they like, oh, they don't want to, they was complaining, oh, I don't want Jake to get these certain benefits.
Right.
You don't now. You can't now. You're not getting those benefits,
Right.
and now it's hurting them. They're upset.
Yeah. They shopping now at Walmart. They're shopping now at these Aldi's.
They're going-
They're
they're
adjusting the
And they go to those what's those places where you just go pick up food for free?
Food banks.
Food banks.
Yeah,
Yeah, the food
food banks,
banks.
stuff like that.
Cause they was complaining. Oh, they was complaining. Oh, Jake is on. They made Jake the face of food stamp. But Edomites been on food stamps more than Jake.
I think they lead in statistics as far
Yeah.
as they're the ones who use the most.
Government assistance.
Yeah.
It's them.
Assistance, right.
Niggas, hey, even though they had hated Obama, a lot of Edomites was on Obamacare.
Right. Still
You know
Obama.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, so.
I got something for you.
It's just that what the leaks did to you guys, he put a fast one on y'all.
Right.
He made y'all try to blame Jake. All right,
So
but
you can see what he was doing.
Yeah, so
While
he
he got
was
to
doing-
haul
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
away, as long as you could say, because you got favor, you're all the same people, as long as he can get you to not think about all what he's teaching and harding away,
Yeah.
I think you got the power over Jake, you're good. You just want to know you got power over Jake.
Yeah.
That's it.
I can't be on the same status as Jake.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Now that you're on the same status as Jake, now you're upset.
Right. Hey, because Esau, he don't really care about his own people.
Nah.
He'll put his own people.
His own people gonna go into captivity.
Right.
I mean, concentration camps.
Right.
His own people gonna die by the sword too.
Yep. All based off of the laws that he created. for
Yes,
himself.
it's 7 billion people, but it's a lot of his people within that 7 billion too.
Right.
That be considered going.
Yep.
Even regular Amalekites,
Right.
they're gonna be
Cannon
destroyed.
fodder too.
They're gonna be a part of the fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got something real quick. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 1. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. And as you can see, just by everything that we're saying, this government is not well ordered.
Nope.
It's not. You see what's going on with this government, man.
Division.
You see the division. The house divided shall not stand.
Yeah, Proverbs 29 and 1. That's why the people are mourning.
I
Yep.
got Proverbs.
You see it. Look at all the government scandals. Look how long it took out for them to put the EP files.
Right.
It still ain't out.
And it still ain't out. Look how many people got redacted out of those files, man.
But guess what? They so stupid and dumb. They found a way. Those
Maybe.
black
Yeah.
boxes they put on it.
You can
All you
scan
gotta do is paste it on something else and show you
AI.
what it says. So they fucked.
Probably AI.
They
Yeah.
fucked.
Yep.
A lot of the MAGA people, they dropped their red hats.
They didn't even have
Right.
They always talk about
Yeah.
their high IQ. But they didn't have enough high IQ to realize that you could copy and paste out of something else and actually
Said
see
the
what it
wisdom
said.
of teaming
How we put out.
to put out.
The candle.
Basically, teaming is supposed to be their wisdom.
It's their wisdom.
It's
No more founding team.
it's their Germans.
Right.
You
German.
know their wisdom.
Right.
Where is
It's
it?
it's the wisdom. The Lord is going to put down the wisdom of teaming. So that's what is happening. They're being exposed because they're not really smart.
Right.
The reason why they look smart because nobody went against their lies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever they told us, we just believe. But now that you see the truth is combating it, now you can see that they really are idiots.
Yep. Morons.
They're morons. They're dumb.
The Bible calls them the base men.
Yep.
Brute beasts, man. All right, and beasts act instinctive based off their instincts. They don't really take the time to think, man. Fucking wild animal. I had a precept real quick.
Sirach chapter 10, verse 2, it says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of the ruler of the city, and what manner of the ruler of the city is such are all they that dwell therein. And that's what you see. Look how the society is being run. Look who's in charge. Look who's in power. Look what's going on. As you can see, so are the ruler, so is the ruler. That's how the people is. And that's why you see people moving how they moving, slimy and grimy and just corruption, wickedness.
Right, because wickedness is not set as an example. In our culture, when you commit adultery, both you and that woman is being put to death.
Yep.
There's no example for righteousness. So now this is a place, YOLO. You only live once. Do as I will. There's no consequence for the behavior that these Americans have. Man.
Exactly. And Psalm 12:2 it says, wickedness is all roughly paraphrased. Wickedness is all sides when the vilest men are exalted.
Right.
And that's why you see wickedness everywhere. Who's in that seat? Who's in that seat of power? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. That's why you see corruption all throughout the streets. That's why you see wickedness openly, man.
Because they house divided.
Right.
Their house divided. Like his brother said, MAGA, half of them, they're upset with Trump.
Right.
Because they seen that Trump lied to them.
Right.
All right, Trump is for the New World Order.
Right.
All right. He's for the NWO. He's for the Amalekites.
Yeah, he said himself. He said, I'm a small hatter.
Huh?
He said himself, I'm a small hatter.
Yeah, I've been through the spread. I've been saying that I believe Trump for years is a small hat.
Yeah.
He's just a New York Edomite small hat, like a New York American small hat.
A lot of the things they're doing in the White House is treason, man.
Yeah.
You're allowing a foreign nation, to come into a so-called sovereign nation, and you're allowing that nation to have priority over its own citizens. Man.
But hey, that nation is what funded you, though.
Right.
I mean, those people was funding your nation. Can you really say,
Well, and then when you really go back to back in the 1920s, I think in 1928, there was an article that was put out that said that the Rothschilds bought America. It stopped being a country years ago.
Yeah.
Years
Oh
ago.
yeah, that's from the Federal Reserve.
Yeah,
They
gold
started
off
the Federal Reserve.
From they take the gold and switch it out to fiat currency,
Right.
and then the Federal Reserve is a privately owned bank.
Right.
That's owned by the elite. That's not like say,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
So, and you know the Rothschilds, if they bought America, you know who also bought our land, right, from the British.
Yeah.
The Rothschilds.
Yeah, and they they live in Britain.
Right.
So their hands was in everything.
Everything,
They
right.
always been here. They gave the American people the illusion
Right.
that they were free.
That's why we call you dumb
You know
American.
what I'm saying? They gave them the illusion because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Who gave Christopher Columbus and all these different explorers the money to even come over here? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause at the end of the day, we know that even with the slave trade, Amalek was,
He had his hands in
he
it.
had his hand in it. So they just gave him an illusion of that they had. It was always an
This is why you can't never own the land. You always got to pay. If you fall short on your the taxes for that, she lost. She fall back on her.
I just want to correct myself real quick. Psalm chapter 12, verse 8 says, "The wicked walk on every side, where the violent men are exalted."
See?
And that's what you see. That's why you see wickedness everywhere.
Right, because where's the uproar? You know what I'm saying? When America was taking off the gold standard, right? Where was the uproar? All right, for you so-called Americans, all right, when y'all had to start paying Social Security. You know, you people are so fucking docile, man, and this is just a result of what's been happening since the 1930s, man. All right, since this so-called country became a corporation, y'all been lost y'all country, man.
Right.
All right. So what y'all seeing now is just you know, when you buy a company, you break it down piece by piece, you dissolve it. You're seeing the dissolution of a corporation, man. This place is fucking done.
Yeah.
Because they have no need.
They put the needs of the corporation all over the people.
Right.
That's why this is a corporation more than a country, man.
Right.
You got lobbyists up there. Who lobbying for the people?
Right. Nobody's lobbying for the people. You know, that's why you get the terminology stock. You know what I'm saying? You're the stock. You're the product. And this is why this devil wants to put a chip in you, man. All right, because he knows that you can't.
That's why they call you God.
You're a
Cattle.
You consume.
Useless eaters.
Useless
That's what they
eaters,
call
bro. All right, because he made it that way. You know, like look at these large cities. A lot of small towns, right? Where you used to have a small town that they would have a farm or they'll have a place where you could go get fresh groceries and things that. All those things have been destroyed and taken away, man.
They want you to come to them.
Right.
Remember, what is they bought most of the land?
Gates. Yeah. So there's no more farmland. All right, and if there is if he is farming,
China got some land.
they got a lot of land in America. And that's how you know America's not a country. How you gonna allow a foreign nation
That you're beefing with.
That
That you're
you're
at war
beefing
with.
Because they can't pay their debt.
to come and buy land?
That's
how
why it's
you
that
know-
great war.
That's how you know war is coming.
That's what's called that great war.
Yeah, man. So you people, you Americans, y'all finished, man. All you can do is just sit behind your fucking screens and see and talk
La,
shit and
la,
watch
la,
the sink.
la.
The ship sink, man.
La, 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 la,
You can't
la.
do shit.
While everything is falling apart.
And you know this. It's got to be something in the food because ain't nobody making no real moves. What are militiamen at?
No, the only people that's gonna cry is the elect.
That's the only
The
one.
prophets. These people that docile. I mean, you know, always say,
Yeah.
Americans are the dumbest people.
Dumbest people on earth, bro.
And that's why it says that in Ezekiel the 9th chapter, put a mark upon the forehead of the men that sigh and cry.
Right.
He got a precept. I'm gonna bring it out.
Go ahead.
Sirach chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. All right, prime example, Edom, the so-called white man. How did he achieve all this power? How did he get all this power? All right, through lies, deceit, murder, rob, rape. All right, the sword. Okay. All right, wickedness. All right, if you look at the history of America, look at the report. When you print out the report of America, all right, it was a land that was stolen by Gad and Reuben, all right, with Israelite people from the 12 tribes. Okay, and he came there with the whole intention of really, he's trying to quote unquote trade with them, but in the back of his mind, he knew that I want to put these people in slavery. All right, and not just that, but then he further implemented that on Southern Kingdom, and then he did it on his own people. Okay, that's why Yahawashi is going to return and knock Esau off his boots and establish his kingdom on this earth, man, because just the way that this devil rules, even since the time of Maccabees, all right, in Greek times, all right, he's always had a trail of blood everywhere he fucking goes, man.
Right.
There's a fucking devil that needs to get put down, and our people want to assimilate this damn devil, knowing that he's the damn devil, and that's why the Lord gonna destroy 2/3 of our people here too, because they don't get it, man. We keep bringing it out. Y'all gotta start realizing that the so-called white man, all right, he doesn't like you, he hates you.
He's your enemy.
He's your enemy, right?
And he
What?
broke peace. He's
Yeah.
a liar and a thief.
There you go.
You got that.
Oh, if I may add to it, a good movie. It's a lot. What, Moon?
Moon and flower?
What's it called again?
Flower moon.
Flower? Moonflower? Something
Blood?
like that?
No.
The one with the Native Americans?
Yeah. What's that?
The flower moon.
Yeah, definitely recommend that
Moon
movie. That's a
Flower,
must
something
watch.
like
It's 3 hours long, but it lets you know it really goes into just righteousness and the wickedness of Esau Edom, man.
Yep.
It's like,
Psalm chapter 55, verse 21.
That's it. Top 20, I think.
Yes. Psalm chapter 55, verse 20 says, He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
The natives, man.
Right.
That's our Northern Kingdom. That's our brothers, man. Go ahead.
Says he had broken his covenant. His covenant really just goes into like an agreement, right? They,
Contracts.
our peoples when he came, a treaty, right? When he came upon the land. All right, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. We come to an agreement, shake hands, and so on and so on. But he done broke all those treaties.
That's why they call him the forked tongue.
It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. All right, so that's how he moves, man. Look what they're doing in all four corners of the earth. All right, they're destroying the people, they're destroying the land in the name of what they call democracy or trying to save these people. No, that's bullshit, man. Okay, they do that all over the place, man. That's why the Lord's gonna have to take them out. Right. The Lord is gonna do that bidding where he's gonna take them out of power, man. He's not fit to rule. Right. All right, now he's destroying the earth. All right, he's trying to put up that facade of global warming, all this carbon this, carbon that, but he's destroying the earth.
Yahawashi144, Yahawashi144. 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 Yahawashi144.
Got one to the chest.
Hey, certain things like that we gotta deal with is demons, man. All
She
right,
was doing that over there too.
okay? It's not gonna be like that in the kingdom.
We got one to the chest.
But like we were saying, man, he has the power right now to push out this wickedness, man. Push out the wickedness, come with that smooth talk, like he's for peace. For example, look what happened in 2020. Okay, when he was trying to usher in the jabby jab onto our people. He came in sweet, you're gonna get this, you're gonna get that, but really his intent was to,
Increase the population.
increase the population. He
Straight
can't
Jake.
Right. And what that precept said? It says, but
But
war.
let me read again.
Right.
Words in his heart.
But war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Right. This devil's always thinking about a way to destroy, man.
Yeah.
And kill. That's the only thing he knows how to fucking do. How many trees did he break with the Native Americans? Over 400. All right. Just about.
And they're not hiding it.
Right.
You just have to look. You just have to search these things out because it tells you that on the Georgia Guidestones.
Right.
All right. The Georgia Guidestone is something almost like the Ten Commandments on some stones, but the erection is tear down now.
Yeah, they destroyed it.
It's not there anymore. But the first thing it says on there is to maintain humanity under 500 million.
They never
And
know.
you got 8 billion people on the planet.
They
Man.
never know. They never knew who put these, what people put these things up.
Yeah.
Right.
The Georgia's Guidestone.
Right.
But we know.
I think 2 years ago it got destroyed.
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
Yeah, around that time.
About 2 years
Lord
ago.
struck that shit with lightning.
So basically, he's saying that he's ready to accomplish that
Fulfill his
Right.
enterprise, right?
for his enterprise.
Right, so this is ever since then, we've seen what? An increase of war. Look what's going on over there in our land. They say it's their land, but look what's going on.
So they want to reset the system.
Right.
Trying to make it crash.
You got a killing of a whole race of people that's going on over there, right? You got the food that's fucked up. You had the jab that came out. They made a movie called what's that movie called? Dead Die Suddenly, some shit like that. They showed them how many people were dying because of those vaccinations. All right, so his whole thought process is if I can get rid of as many people as I can. All right, maybe I can have a chance at being a god.
People should start now.
Yeah,
Start feeling the effects of the jab.
Right.
I think they said 4 to 5, 6 years.
Yo, man, you should
So we
see-
here because what 2020 to 2026.
Yeah, you know how many people
So you're
died so far?
gonna start seeing more people just dropping dead or getting some type of ailment.
Yeah. And the reason to that they're not procreating like that. All right. The Israelites are procreating them, and these other nations also.
Yep.
So they, that's another reason why they want to get rid of people.
Yep.
You know,
I got some real quick.
they really the minority.
Right.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. It says, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted shows his wickedness. The brother we was mentioning 2020 with the jump shot. You know, hey, we've been on the bottom for so long. Now all of a sudden, this devil says, hey, you guys were always on the bottom. Now you're gonna be on the top. You know, you guys need to get the jump shot. And nobody sat there to think about, why is he caring about us now?
Right.
Why is he trying to force us to get this jump shot? Why since when did they care about us?
There you go. Hey, but our people are so sottish.
Yep.
Guess what? When you dangle a piece of meat, piece of ass,
You can buy a nigga for cheap.
buy a nigga for cheap.
Right.
That's
So
right.
it wasn't really hard to get you niggas on the bandwagon, man.
They got them off of fear.
Yep.
All right. And also taking their
livelihood.
livelihood with comfortability. Right.
Yeah.
So that's what you got to do. You got to just make Jake uncomfortable.
Right. Hey, and when you look at this, the similarities, right, between that, they said you couldn't work unless you had that, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't work unless you had paperwork to show for it. Well, shit, the UK just came out with that whole digital ID, right? So now, if you don't partake in this system that they're creating, right, you're not gonna be able to do it. So
You're gonna be X'd out.
right. So that was a whole conditioning. That was a whole live exercise that they told your boy Trump.
They made the whole world stand still.
Right.
Yeah, pause.
The whole world pause.
Right. How much do
You
you
see,
love your
remember, we
comfortability?
had showed us like they see less emission.
Yeah, in China, right?
In the world.
Those
In the
workshops,
world,
China,
period.
Italy,
Yeah.
those birds
They
came
said
back.
the earth was kind of cleaner when the earth set. So a lot of people not driving.
Right.
A lot of there's not a lot of traveling with airport.
Yeah.
Airport emissions.
Animals are coming back.
It was only like it was only essential workers were right.
Yeah. You know, that was a beautiful point you made too. You could buy a nigga for cheap. Because the stuff that they was throwing out there, it's like, come on, Jake, you gotta do better than that, man. A lap dance, 2 days paid off of work. Weed. I could,
Donut.
Krispy Kreme donuts,
Burger element.
Burgers.
Burger element.
Five guys.
Come on, man.
Five
You
guys.
gotta do better, Jake.
McDonald's.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 11. And it says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Because look, why is Edomite so close to my surroundings?
Right.
Why he so close? Go ahead.
Come on, man. Be friends.
And thou shalt be unto him as thou, if Salakia, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou had wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. And that's what you people see. After you took that jump shot, you lost your God gene. You know, your body wasn't feeling right. You know, people suddenly dying. You know, pain in your arm or your leg.
Yeah.
All these side effects. All these things happen.
He told you to make a good so-called Vex. It'll
Right.
take what, more than 10 years?
Yep. And he remember
He made it in months. Right?
Operation Warp Operation Warp Speed.
Yeah.
And who took over Operation Warp Speed? Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, yeah.
So
Come
that's
on, man.
against the MAGA belief. The majority of the MAGA said they was not gonna take the jump shot. But your dude came in office
Yeah.
after Obama with the Operation Warp Speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
After
That
Biden, so Biden came twice.
No.
no,
Select.
Operation was that's from 2020.
Yeah.
Operation
Warp
Warp
Speed.
Speed.
Yeah. Sirach chapter 12, verse 12. It says, "Send him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked thereof."
Esau don't want to be equal to you.
No.
He's always trying to find a way to
one
overthrow
over
you,
you,
to come over you, over you.
And this is how he's coming to power throughout the perpetuity of time. You know, we talk about the Renaissance, right? You know, Jake put Esau next. And, what's that story with Haman?
Haman with Mordecai,
Right?
the Persian.
For the Persian king, right? He got himself in a position to where
He was second in command.
Second in command. All right, and if given the chance, given an opportunity,
He did.
after he would have,
He tried to overthrow him.
he would have tried to overthrow him.
The reason why he was not able to overthrow him because the Lord had Mordecai that listened to his plan.
Right.
And then Mordecai told Esther, and Esther told him. That's because it was too early for the Edomites to rule.
Right. Right.
Right, but showing that in any time they're trying to
One up someone.
one up something.
Right.
Yep.
That's his whole thing. You
That's
see
what
that?
happened. You know, time of the end of the Dark Ages, we started dealing with their women.
Right.
So eventually, we probably started making treaties with them.
Yeah. Yep. So, you know, like we did the other nations that was round about.
Yeah. And eventually, they overcame us.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was through the Spirit of the Lord.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The deadly wound healed.
The deadly wound was healed.
Sirach chapter 12, verse 13, it says, who will pity a charmer that has been with a serpent, or such as come nigh wild beasts? No one. No one. And when you think about it, because I sat there and I thought about, now for example, you see those videos on social media, or you see somebody,
Like this one.
yeah, or they playing with like for example, they playing with a, no, not even a cobra, because it says wild animals too. You know, you see them playing with Esau playing with what you call it, animal? An alligator. You know, he put his hand in, he pull it out fast, the alligator snap, then he put both hands in, he put it out, and then he put his head in, he get bit. Do you feel bad for that individual? No. Hey, he know what he playing with.
You know what he playing with. We don't have dominion of the animal. You know what I'm saying?
Like that Edomite that got killed by a stingray.
Yeah.
Mike.
Steve Irwin.
Steve Earl. Yeah, Mike, we gonna jump on the gator, Mike.
That was a bad dude.
Yeah, it was a bad dude. Even
I wouldn't be
Esau.
surprised EJ. He was a bad dude.
But he got bit. All right.
He
He got stung.
He got stung.
Yeah, but you know the snake charmer. You know what I'm saying? He got stung by his own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Craftiness. You know what I'm saying? You don't go on fucking with these animals, man. They
You
gonna fuck
keep
you
fooling
up.
with that. You think you're gonna have a miscalculation?
Right.
You should keep putting yourself in that position.
Right.
Because eventually, what you're gonna become comfortable.
Walk around,
You're gonna be
You
proud.
think you can always win against them?
No.
You're not gonna always win. They're gonna get the one up on you one day. That's what happened. He got the one up on you.
Yep.
And that's Esau. Esau will eventually get the one up on you, man. All right, this is why we're telling you stop trusting this fucking devil, man. Because
trust him.
he has none of your interests. Even when it comes to food, when it comes to medication, he can't even say that he has a cure for anything, man. You should be worried of a guy that say he can't cure the most basic things. All right, when the Lord created the herbs, He created these different things to heal illnesses, but yet he cannot legally say he can cure you of any disease, man. You gotta be worried of a person like that, man.
Remember he got mad at so-called Dr. Sebi?
Yeah, yo.
Dr. Sebi said he cured
AIDS, herpes, female baldness, all right? And he did all these things, but what did Esau do? He tried to discredit him, man, because Esau is all about making that money. And keep
Dr.
you
Sebi
niggas
actually
down.
went into the court and won.
Yeah, he won.
Yeah, he won.
So
But guess what? They ended up, we know.
Yeah.
take him out. Because now you're coming against his big
money.
operation.
Big pharma.
Right, big pharma.
Once you
If
go
everybody go to the herbs, that means nobody's going to the doctor.
Right.
Nobody's going to the physician, and we know
Nobody's
it
getting
has no
sick.
value.
There you go. Because your food's supposed to be a medicine, and medicine is food.
Right.
and this nigga is so wicked, you will put some of the herbs inside the medication so you just feel better for a
Just-
short
yeah,
period of time.
right.
So you can get hooked and keep coming back.
Right.
That's how wicked he is.
Everything what they know that's good for you, they go in and fucking with it.
Yeah.
The thing that the brags,
Apple cider.
the apple cider.
Yeah.
They start making them in different flavors now and adding other shit to
Well,
it.
that's how you know it's no
What
shit.
his name? What did they brought it out?
Put pork in it or something?
Was it
like
no? I think it was Taylor. Was it Taylor Swift? So, put it in. Who brought? Who is the owner now with Brags?
that? Oh man.
They have it
I
in
think
different
Taylor.
flavors.
I think it was Taylor. It was one of them.
Ginger, ginger, they have all types of stuff.
Somebody
But
close
they're
to
not
the
making
family.
it the same way.
Yeah, it's somebody close to the family
It's
of.
tainted, man. It's not the
I
real
believe.
deal.
What this guy named Mr. Murray? Nah.
It said Bragg's apple cider vinegar
Bill
is
Gates,
owned
Bill
by
Gates,
an
Bill Gates.
investor group that acquired the company in 2019, led by the private equity Swander Pace Capital, including Dragoneer Investment Group and group celebrities as Katy Perry
Katy Perry.
and Orlando Bloom, along with Pressed Juicery founder Hayden Slater. Right.
Say who?
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Hayden Slater?
Hayden Slater, yeah.
Slater?
What the fuck they got to do with
Yeah, what they gotta do with that? You know,
They're investors.
they have to put some names on that so it don't look too, you know. Oh, come on, man.
Right. Because you know you get Orlando Bloom. What is he? An Edomite, right? Yeah, Orlando Bloom is an Edomite. He played in Pirates of the Caribbean.
The main dude?
The young dude.
This is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5 says, "Thus said the Lord, cursed be the man that trusted in man,
Right.
and make it flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord. For he shall be like the heat in the desert, and shall not see when good cometh, shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, in the salt land, and not inhabited. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, whose hope the Lord is, for he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat cometh, but her leaves shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit." All right, because we was once I remember brother said, you know, a lot of our people they trust in Esau.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're not supposed to trust Esau. Okay, he like what brother's going into right now, the medicines and the things that he has, you know, made to say quote unquote help you out is really bullshit.
Yeah, really bullshit.
The scripture
He's not,
said,
he's not there to heal you. He's just there to put a band-aid on you.
Keep you a customer.
So you can keep coming to him.
Right.
Since we was kids, I used to always wonder, you know the commercials of certain medicines,
Right.
they got all the side effects.
these
But I was
different-
like, why the fuck you would take this thing?
Right.
Right.
It's more side effects than the benefits.
Right, right.
And they say you don't lose it too.
You know what I'm saying? And then you do it fast.
Then you have the
You gotta read
people.
on your own.
You got the people dancing, looking not happy and stuff.
Happy song in the background.
Side effects,
Might cause
suicide,
diarrhea, suicidal thoughts.
nosebleed. You might
So why would you
die.
want to take that?
Diarrhea.
But they
That's,
try
that's some witchcraft potion.
That's
Right?
some witchcraft they
I
gave
got
you because you gotta give to get.
Quick precept. Ecclesiasticus, otherwise known as Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 26. It says, the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil, and clothing. This is the point, verse 27. It says, all these things are for good to the godly. To the sinner, they are turned into evil. So that's what the devil be doing. He be turning these things into evil.
Right.
You know?
Right.
He giving you the most I made fruits with seed. He giving you fruits without seed.
Right.
oh, I got something.
You see?
Yeah.
They turn it into evil, man.
Now the fruit don't have the nutrients.
Right.
Why? Because it doesn't have its DNA.
Right.
The DNA of that fruit.
They slicing.
It's slicing.
Right.
I got
But hey, this is what y'all want to trust in. This is where y'all don't get fucked up.
I got some. This is Sirach chapter 38, verse 2. For of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. Jumping down to verse 4, it says, the Lord had created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise would not abhor them.
Right.
All right, the medicines out of the earth, we got these certain plants and these herbs, these things that we may use that the Lord done create. All right, that aligns or works with our system to heal certain diseases or sicknesses.
Right.
All right, and people that's majority of our people who are not from America, those who are from the Caribbean, the islands, and South America, their traditions or their custom would be getting certain plants and put in the teas. My mom do this, get the teas and stuff like that.
That's why this like even Haitians, it's like that's what they used to be doing is into the herbs. And then once they come to America, they abandon it.
Well, see, that's the thing. America creates a condition to where you get addicted to convenience. All right. All right. Well, we know that there's GMO in the foods, right? We know that these plants are not yielding their full strength, right? Why is it that Jake is not putting a community garden? Why they not planting a garden in their own backyard? You understand? But no, convenience says, shit, instead of me having to go out there and
Fertilize it,
plant it and cultivate it, let me just go to the grocery store because I just worked a full day at work. You understand what I'm saying? Because now I have bills I gotta pay. So Esau creates a condition to where you cannot.
You have everything set up for you to fail.
Bro.
You have to have that discipline for yourself. You have to have that self-discipline.
Yep.
Like I'll never forget one day I see this couple, what appears to be a couple, very old, very elderly, a woman and a man, and you can see them, they're up in age, but they look good, but they're way up in age. I believe, if I remember correctly, it was by a Presidente. Bro, they had a trolley, they just paid for the grocery and walking up, and I was coming past it. And I look at the trolley, I don't remember if I was coming past them or I was in the line. When I look at their trolley was stacked to the brim with pure greens.
Right.
Just greens. Scallion, or everything,
Right.
thyme, like those type of things. Just greens, plants, what you eat.
Right. And these are things you can plant in your own
And,
garden.
and then you look at them and you wonder, this is the reason why they so old, like up in age, the Lord allowed them to get so far. Look how they eating.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
They're eating whole foods.
Like convenient. Like
Right.
They eating the real Whole Foods.
Jake, like right. Convenient. Jake want to stop at we all guilty. It's a quick fast food restaurant.
Right. But but it's the condition that Esau creates, that he created to not enable you, to have control over your woman, to have control over your finances. You know what I'm saying to you, in a sense, to where now a woman has to go out and she has to work. You can only have one woman in the society. You know what I'm saying? You can't have another woman to help your woman help build your enterprise. You know what I'm saying? we're subjects to this fucking devil, man.
Right, because it wasn't really set up like that. Yeah, women used to stay at home and mind the children.
Yes.
And the husband is the breadwinner.
Right.
Now you have a society where you have women that go to work and they got husbands at the job.
Right.
They got a husband at home, but they dealing with a co-worker on their job, man.
Right.
She's seeing him just as much as he's seeing the husband at home.
Right.
And then by the time the husband at home, they not really talking like they sleeping.
Right, right. See? Because they're so worn out from, and then on top of that, the land that you bought and worked hard and paid for, it's not even your land here in America. So you're constantly in this fucking grind, a goddamn hamster wheel.
It's an illusion.
You know what I'm saying? See, the fucking American dream. It's an illusion,
And
man.
more and more the people finding out.
Right.
All right. That's why it's going to be uproars of the people.
Right.
All right. Which this Bible tells you that.
Right.
Okay. That's in the scripture.
Right.
You see. That's one of the signs of the coming of our Lord. 2 Corinthians 9th chapter. You got it? You got something?
No, I had a precept.
Go ahead, bro. No, you got it.
It's the book of Isaiah 30:1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me,
Right.
and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and not have asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and not to trust in the shadow, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion." Right? And this is the mindset of our people. They rather go to Esau for the neither one of all things. Granted, yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But really, there's ways for you to, to kind of wean yourself off of Esau a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Not be so much of a slave to this fucking system, man. You got brothers that have wives that teach their kids at home. You know what I'm saying? You got brothers that have wives that do different things to help them. You know what I'm saying to you? But you rather, hey man, go ahead, you go to food, you get food stamps, you can get child support, you get all these things. You know what I'm saying?
So I heard you can get seeds off the food stamp. That's what I heard. I don't know.
You can actually buy a natural plant off of food stamps. Like you can buy a basil or a thyme or a rosemary plant. You can plant it. You know what I'm saying to you? You can buy seeds too, because the seeds, plants and seeds, there's no tax on these things, man. Because these things come from the earth.
And that's the problem. The Lord created the order. All right. First off, is Yahawashi, the man and the woman. All right. But what Jacob did is X'd out Yahawashi, and Yahweh put Esau at the top of the house.
Yep.
All right. And they go to him for the want of all things.
All things, man.
All right. And that's totally backwards. We have Yahawashi as that head to guide us, man. And certain things that he done guide us in how to live,
Right.
or how to eat, how to conduct ourselves.
Right.
Okay, you have a sickness. There's a certain herb that you go to that can help the sickness.
Right.
Our scripture call these, which I got right here. Yeah. Matter of fact, let me grab a picture. Job chapter 13, verse 4. It says, "But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value." All right, so these modern day doctors, they will tell you, some of the doctors will, if they trust you enough, they'll tell you to sell certain things that you don't got to take them. I'd rather you take this herb and it's going to heal you. All right, but right now, they're in the mindset, I'm just making my money. I spent all my life bullshit at school, 12 plus years in debt, just to figure out what I'm teaching and what I'm providing these people is bullshit. Right? And they end up, Lord might probably give them a little this or something. They end up learning about certain herbs that's way better and may even cure certain things, but they got to keep it to a certain extent because they can lose their license for doing certain shit like that. But at the same time, like the scripture said, they are physicians of no value.
I got something back here.
I was going to say, who's the true physician, Yahawashi?
That's right.
And when you go into that word doctor just means to falsify. So you go into a person who has pledged their allegiance to a falsehood.
Really to the rock.
The symbol, right? Because the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, they intercepted the American Medical Association years ago. All right?
Petroleum shit?
With the whole petroleum, this is the casing on your aspirin is made from petroleum. You understand what I'm saying? But they infiltrated the medical association, all right, and they got rid of all the holistic healers, because America used to have holistic healers, man. All right, but they got rid of them.
They're giving you pseudoscience.
Give you a pseudoscience and make it seem like the ones who have the true healing, Dr. Sebi, make it seem like what they're doing is haberdash or bullshit.
The Lord gave us the plants and the herb bearing seeds for our healing, right?
Right.
And what they do, even with their medications, what they do, they extract the main ingredients out of these things and add more stuff to it.
Right.
And they give you it in the form of a pill.
Right.
All right?
And you know how you even make it worse that he's knowing too that people are understanding this and drifting away from the medicine, but what he'll do, he'll try to go fuck with the herb. GMO herbs or some shit.
Are you going to Google and say, what is the benefit of this herb?
Right. And change
And
it.
then he'll say, it's good for you, and then at the same time he'll say, we don't know too much about it, so you can hurt yourself.
The right dosage can mess you up. Like, come on, man.
But they always tell you, they tell you say down about like the hospital. They say by the hospital or whatever. They say they write 50-something% of the time. So that means 40-something% of the time they wrong.
Right.
You see?
It's
Even more wrong.
They're wrong more than they right.
Right.
I got a quick one.
A lot of people die off of malpractice.
Malpractice.
A lot of people
Yeah,
die from that.
that's why they have you sign so much papers that they're not responsible for this. You sign about 100 papers before they start touching you.
Yeah, really. Experimenting on you. So they get into somewhere to a point where it works.
Real quick, 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 20, which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane babblings and oppositions of science, false.
And when you go to that word science just means to know.
Right.
All right, so Esau is bullshit, man. All right, went to the earth, and as a matter of fact, his wisdom, his knowledge is contrary. All right, and outside of our Yahawashi144, there is no power, man. There's only one true power, and that true power is coming back to make things right again. All right, to bring peace back on the earth, man. We just went through fucking so-called Christmas. Jesus Christ bringing peace on earth. Jesus Christ ain't bringing no peace on earth, man. But the spirit and power of Yahawashi144 is that's going to bring peace on the planet Earth, and all nations are going to benefit from it, man.
If anything, that name, Jesus Christ, has brought blood.
Blood.
That's 12 billion. Thessalonians chapter 2, because it was going into how he wants to be God. Verse 3. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. You by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. All right, who's that man of sin? The so-called white man, Esau, Edom. Right? Okay, now we go into that definition of the word of perdition. That means damnation or a state of eternal punishment and damnation into which a sinful or unpenitent person passes after death. All right, because that is what the fate of Esau, Edom. Okay, he's going to be eternally punished, right, because he's the only nation out of all the nations on the earth that's not going to have mercy of the Lord. He's going to be eradicated from the earth after a certain amount of period in the kingdom of heaven. Verse 4, the point, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. All right, who's the only nation of people that have altered the images of the Messiah? The angels, the Edomites. God, the Edomites. When you put Noah on Google, you get nothing but a so-called damn white man. When you put God on Google images, you get nothing but a so-called white man. All right. Why is this man always obsessed with AI? Why is he obsessed with always trying to tap into everybody's damn lives? Why is he completely obsessed with trying to fight with all this data processing information?
He's a madman.
Because he is trying to be as the Most High. That's why he wants everybody chipped. Okay, everything leads to the MOTB, the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, man. Okay, that's how you know that prophecy, all right, is going to be fulfilled through this fourth industrial revolution, which is industry 4.0, Salakia, all right, which is going to be revamped through the financial system, because he's going to use the financial system as the foundation to set the stage. Okay, that's why you got crypto. That's why you got all these cryptocurrencies. Okay, because it's all leading to that MOTB. Because again, he wants to be as the Most High.
He want that raw power. They've been rotten rich for so long and had that old money. You know, as the scriptures tell you how they have more than heart can wish. Okay, So they've been rocking rich for a long time. They done cruise the high seas on these big yachts. They have these big planes and fly around and jet set the world. They done do all these things. What they want now is raw power. All right? They want full control of the people.
Right. I want your soul.
You see?
Right. And one of the ways that he got that raw power was through his military advances, man. When the world was able to see fire fall down from the sky, all right, with the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, all right, he was able to get control over the whole world through that action of man. Okay? But the Lord's going to take that power that he used to put fear in these nations' heart. He's going to use that against them, man. Right. Because when you go in the book of Revelation 9, it talks about 100,000, what's it, 100,000 arrows, all right, being shot on this place, man. All right, which equals to 200 million warheads, man. And one warhead, all right, has a temperature of over 187 million degrees, man. That's just one warhead. All right, so now imagine over 200.
Isaiah 9, 19, the people shall be as fuel for the fire. Right. So even the element shall melt with fervent heat. The people is a part of that.
Right.
That's burning in the lake of fire.
Right.
If you are part of it, you're not serving the Lord, and if that's your judgment,
Right.
let me see if I can grab that real quick.
Right. And what will make, because you know, it's the other nations that are going to launch these different warheads on Babylon, man. What will make these other nations want to launch this devastating, right? This mouth dropping power, man, because of of all the unrighteous decrees that America has put forth. All right, all the wickedness that it has done to even its own allies, man. And that's why when you read the book of Obadiah, it says those who are confederate with thee have laid a wound under thee, because even your relationship with other nations that are cool with you, you have no respect for that shit. So what's the only remedy for a wicked nation? Utter destruction, man.
Yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 19, proving that, you know, the people are part of the elements too.
Yep.
That shall melt with fervent heat.
Right.
All right, it says, through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is Slakia. Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother. So, yeah. The people, they are part of the elements that shall melt with fire. Right. These vehicles, these buildings, you know, right. The trees, the land, the elements shall melt with fervent heat, even people. Right. The Lord, he tells you that in Ezekiel 22nd chapter. The Lord said, I will leave you here and melt you.
Yep.
You see?
Yep. Fuel for the fire, man. And this place is going to be burning for an age. All right, for a period of time. It's not the bombs are not going to come and fuck this place up, and it's just going to burn for a few months. No, man. The smoke of this place is going to go up forever, which is a long period of time, man. Right. All right. Do you know there's a lot of underground gas pipes? Okay. You know how long it takes for all that fuel to get burned up? Okay. Do you know how long it's going to take for all the elements that has petroleum and all this? This place is done, man.
Right. Never to be inhabited again by mankind.
Right.
Only animal, desert creatures. All right.
It's in a cormorant.
You know. Only yeah, right. Shall picture only desert creatures, man. They're gonna make their nests here, you know, and dwell here, but no, not a man. No mankind shall dwell here.
So just a monument.
Right.
I'll start from 17. This book of Isaiah chapter 13 verse 17. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. And we understand the Medes are the Russians. They're not going to care for your silver or your gold. Verse 18, their bows shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of their womb. Their eyes shall not spare no children. And Babylon, the glory of the kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. This is future prophecy, because ancient Babylon didn't go out that way. This is talking about Babylon now, which is America. Babylon the Great.
Daughter of Babylon.
Verse 20. Isaiah 13:20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. So there's no more corner stores, no cookie marts.
Right.
You know, you're not going to make no money here no more, man.
Right. So we're not just speaking out of our rear.
Nope.
We telling you what's up. We telling you that's the word of the Lord.
That's his.
Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 1. Oh, shit, go ahead.
Isaiah 13 and 21. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and centaurs shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and the dragons in their pleasant places. And her time is near to come, and her day shall not be prolonged. So only desert creatures are going to dwell here. And it's not going to be prolonged. This time is coming, man. This is future prophecy. This is coming soon. Just like in the movies, when a new movie's coming out, it says coming soon to a place near you. It's coming soon.
Go ahead, I'm on, but you read it. Slide up one.
This is the book of Isaiah 34 and 1, and it reads, "Come near, you nations, to hear, and hearken, you people. Let the earth hear, and all that is in therein, the world and all the things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations." Indignation goes into anger, righteous anger. "And his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all the hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off the vine, and as a falling fig from a tree."
Right. I know that's when those missiles start to hit. You know? Everything is gonna, the city's gonna roll up like a scroll, man. You know?
Mushroom cloud.
Mushroom cloud. Yep. You know it as a mushroom cloud. Yep. Scripture say in Isaiah 24, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. You know? And how many of those missiles again in Revelation 9?
200 million warheads.
So 200 million. That's the future judgment, man. Go ahead.
It says,
Read down to verse 15. Go ahead.
it says, verse 5, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea."
Right, so at the beginning of the chapter it says, "Come ye nations." All right, so the judgment is for all these nations, but mainly Esau because he's in rulership.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 6, "The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made with the fat. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats."
There's going to be a great sacrifice here.
Right. The 2/3 of our own people and the wicked.
Yeah, right. They're apart.
"With the fat of the kidneys of rams, for the Lord hath the sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea."
Because the only way to cleanse this land is by what? By fire, but by who? Also, shed native blood.
Since thou hast not hated blood, thou shalt pursue thee.
Right, so when we go to that word Idumea, it goes into, that's a Greek word for Edom. Right, Edom goes into Adawam, which means red. Right, Basra was the capital city of Esau, Edom. Okay, so we know that the capital today in these days is America, aka Babylon.
That stronghold.
Right,
Where the United Nations meet.
right. In verse 7 it says, "And the unicorns shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion."
That's what it's all about, the controversy of
How
life.
the fuck the heathens are going to repent?
It's not for the heathen.
All right? They got to pay for the controversy of Zion.
Right. Scripture say, who have not gotten of us spoil. Yeah,
Right.
All these nations, man.
Right.
They are confederate.
With one another.
Right. Psalms 83.
Even here, all of them have businesses here.
Right.
All right, oppressing Jacob.
Right. And Jake neighborhood.
Psalms 2. Why
They
do
don't even live.
rage?
They don't even live, but they have their businesses. So who they're oppressing?
Right.
Right.
Who they're to lead to oppress and keep down?
Right.
To make money on, make money because they know the houses.
Right. They come from the far east, and as they land, they get loans, money, businesses. You live there all their life.
You want to get a loan, you deny.
Right, denied. But yet, when their own kind of walk in there, they're approved. It, the line of confusion, and the stones of infants. They shall call the nobles thereof to the kingdom, but none shall be there, and all princes shall be nothing. And the thorns shall come up into her places, nettles and brambles in the fortresses thereof, and it shall be an habitation of dragons and the court for owls. What's happening now. You're getting a description of what this place, what you call America, is going to look like in the future, man. It's going to be a desert full of all different type of foul animals, right? Nothing that you can legally eat is going to live here. All right, there's not going to be any life here, man.
No, it's not gonna be like.
Everything here's going to be fucking
Melt,
dead.
everything, all the elements shall melt before the heat.
It says in verse 13, the thorns shall come up in her places, nettles and brambles in the fortresses thereof.
Desolate.
Desolate. And it
Things
shall.
are able to make profit of this place.
You can't plant, can't do nothing. No vacation spots, no
Nah.
nothing. None of that. Right? And it says in verse
It's gonna be brought. Hey, you bring our kids, or you bring probably heathen, bring them over here. We float. And this is the judgment of the wicked.
this is your hometown.
Yeah, this is a memorial. See, this is a nation that went against the ways of the Heavenly Father. See, if you don't come serve the Most High, all right, this gonna be this. You're gonna get judged almost like no, you're gonna get judged.
Right.
This is the power we serve. Right. It can destroy a place someone else.
Right.
And, you know, when you go back to Sodom and Gomorrah was supposed to be the example to not live on God. But this place surpassed Sodom and Gomorrah. This is Sodom and Gomorrah on crack.
The nations have not been taught to fear Yahawashi144. The fear of the Lord is taught in the precepts of men. But the Lord's going to make his power made known again on the earth. Okay? But continuing on in verse 14, it says, the wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beasts of the island, and the satyr shall cry to his fellow. The screech owl also shall rest there, and find for herself a place of rest. There shall the great owl make her nest, and lay, and hatch, and gather under her shadow. There shall be vultures also gathered, every one with her mate. And what do vultures eat? Dead meat. Okay, so that's an indication of how much death and dead and decaying flesh is going to be here in Babylon, man. These foul birds, which are mainly used to clean up scavengers. You understand? All right. So it's giving you a depiction of what Babylon's going to be when the Lord gets done with it. Verse 15, Salaki 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. No one shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them.
So none of these prophecies that are found, there's no other book. All right, that's equal to the Bible. Right. No Quran, not the Book of the Dead. What else? Which we have out here?
The Cameron guys.
What's that?
Oh, the Amalekites, Talmud.
The Talmud. Okay. None of that shit.
The Bible is a book that is alive and well. It's a living document. It got prophecies. The only book that has the prophecies, man. Right?
And the nations know it because they act like they follow the precepts of the Bible, but really they don't. Like America was founded on biblical principles, quote unquote. But really they understood the power behind it, and they used the power to manipulate the people that were here. Especially when you go into slavery, man. Masters, the slaves will be masters, but they have they took that and they twisted and chopped and screwed that whole precept all the way.
Our people always going to have a gravitation pull to this word.
Right.
That's right.
So that was really an excellent.
Yeah, that's very smart.
Smart to use the Bible against it.
Right.
And the Lord let it happen because I gave you these words and you forsake
Yeah,
them.
you throw them behind you. You want to be like
So I'm
that?
gonna have this devil play around with you with the scriptures.
Right.
Yeah. And with that slave Bible, you know, the things that they took out, with the slave Bible, they took out a lot of precepts, or a lot of scriptures, and the scriptures that they kept was just obeying your master, listening to your master. Those are the oppression scriptures. That's what they kept to keep our people oppressed. And like the girl was saying, they knew that we'll have a gravitational pull. Well, I got two precepts real quick. I got one to when they talk about the
Scripture said, some people have a zeal and not according to knowledge.
Yep. Precept back you up because we're talking about as vultures. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 17. And it says, and I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great God. So that's how much blessed it's going to be. Yep. The Lord's going to tell the fowls of the air, come feast. Yep. Come eat. And I had another precept, because we're waiting on the Lord to render judgment. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 8. It says, therefore, wait upon me, says the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. My determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation. Even all my fierce anger for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. That's right. The Lord is coming back to render judgment to these nations, man. For the controversy of Zion, for what you did to the Israelites, man. For what you did to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You forwarded the affliction. You did all these things, and you thought the Lord did not see. The Lord seen everything that you did. The Lord seen y'all come together to cut the nation of Israel off. Psalms 83. The Lord seen all that. Now, hey, the Lord is gathering y'all.
Yeah, Obadiah. Get it, Obadiah. Go to Obadiah. Go down to like maybe like verse 8 going down. It speaks for thou shouldest not look on your brother. Right. Yeah, this commandment. I'll follow you.
Yeah, I got you. I'll start over. It's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10. For that violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast loss upon Jerusalem, even thou was one of them. I saw, you were there. You're part of it. You gonna have to pay for that, man. So it says you gonna have to drink the dregs thereof. It's about to be time for you to drink that cup. Because that cup represents slavery. It's gonna be time for you to drink that cup, man.
That's the main reason why it says that Esau was the only person out of the nation that received repentance.
Yep.
Because of what he forgot his brotherly covenant, man. Right? That's why the Lord's gonna put you in the hard for captivity, man. He didn't show any mercy. No mercy, no compassion, man. Go ahead.
Verse 12, Obadiah 1 and 12. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, and the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken so proudly in the days of his distress. And that's what you did.
Right? You know how if you have a sibling, he may have done something wrong, but he getting his ass whooped.
And you happy. You just there, oh man, I know he's gonna get his ass whooped. I'm gonna come. As soon as dad open the door, I'm gonna be right here. So as soon as I see dad go, oh yeah, I'm gonna be happy, I'm gonna be rejoicing.
You're supposed to have compassion. You're supposed to have mercy. Right? Because you were set up as a nation before we were set up as a nation. Right? But instead of showing mercy and compassion, what does it do? You show hate. You show disdain for your own brother, man. Your own brother that came out the same womb as you. The first thing you wanted to do was slay your brother once you knew your father was dead or packed. That's what you wanted to do was slay Jake, man. Mm-hmm. All right? All because you gave up. You sold the birthright to Jake. Jake already knew that you didn't care about the birthright anyway. All right? So he supplanted you. Yep. All right? Through the spirit and also through the flesh. All right? Because when that overnormal, when you came out first, Jacob's hand held onto your heel. Yep. And that was a clear indication that you were going to get your blessing. You were going to have the opportunity to rule, right? But Jacob would be the one that's going to rule towards the end, man. That's right. Because you have a spirit of the devil, which is the adversary. You know what I mean? Devil's adversary, right? Yes. Adversary, right. And Satan is deceiver. Okay? You have been the biggest adversary of the nation of Israel, man.
Satan is adversary.
Devil's deceiver, right. All right, and you've been both those things. You've been a damn devil, and you've been a damn Satan, man, against the nation of Israel. All right, so now the only logical thing to happen now is that recompense, man. Yep. Is that judgment, man.
Got a little more. Obadiah 1 and 13. Thou shouldst have not entered into the gate of my people in the day of the calamity. Yet thou shouldst have not looked under affliction in the day of the calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of the calamity. So he took our substance when we was going through it. That's fucked up, man. We stood in the crossway to cut off, remain in the day of distress. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. So once again, these other camps saying that all the heathen can get saved. It says right here, Obadiah 1 and 15, it says, for the day of the Lord is upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. So your reward is going to return upon your own head. So I don't know where you other camps are getting this bullshit that the heathen can get saved.
We know.
It's a
coming
money
from
thing.
from their handlers, man.
It's a money thing.
Right? You different counsel that are not teaching the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi. All right, who are not teaching that the mark MOTB is the RFID chip. You're against the Heavenly Father, man.
Yeah.
All right, even if you got a little bit of truth, your boy, what's that dude? Alazar, he offended because Apostle Har said that he's not in the truth, not Tazaria. And Tazaria, he comes out, he makes a couple of good points. He teaches, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American that they're Israelites, so on and so forth. But the moment you sing the wrong note in this song, man, you are off.
Yeah.
All the way, man.
Everything is void.
Everything else is void, man.
You see it in music. Somebody will make a beautiful beat. They put too much hat or too much kick, throws the whole song off.
Destroy the song. Right? This song, this intricate, beautiful song that was taught to us the spirit and power of Yahawashi, has to be sung correctly, man.
That's right.
All right. And the moment you say to yourself, "Oh, you know what? Maybe I should add a little acapella." No, man. That's not what the Lord is asking you. Going off.
I'll take away.
I'll take away. All right. For those of you that do, your nigga be taken out of the book of life, man.
Yeah.
So it's like you. So you rather have a temporary, band-aid or a solution to your problem because money is a defense.
Dollars gonna crash.
Yeah, it's gonna crash, man. So you really you did it for nothing, man, for vanity, bro.
They didn't do it for nothing because at the end of the day, that was the God deceiving the deceiver is his.
Right.
So you just played a part in the movie.
I got something quick. Psalm 50 and 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, thy tongue frameth deceit. All right, thy sittest is speaking against thy brother, Israel. Speaking of the Edomites. All right, thou slanderest thy own mother's son. So you come from the same mother and father. All right, and that's what Esau does. All right, he's not even that he's accused, right? He accuses day and night to the father. Like he's the one that's causing. Even though Jacob's wicked,